Hello everyone and welcome back to Blitz Brigade, where today we will be checking out the Vampire's Bite Premium as decided on a Twitter poll that was done a few days ago. I do apologize for the delay. I know it's been a few days since I've uploaded a video. I actually had to work every single day this weekend. Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here we are chilling on a fine Monday where it's blustery outside. I rarely get to say that. But for now, let's take a look at the weapon before I go on about the sky. So the damage is a fine 536 with a respectable 170 RPM. No chance for criticals, but honestly, who needs one with that sort of damage? It does have the added effect of firing silently, and to my knowledge, I believe it also applies a bleeding effect, though I'll be able to verify that once we're in game. You'll notice the immediate downfall of this weapon is the ammo capacity. It holds 5 rounds and only carries 20 more in reserve. That's the part that I'm going to be having some trouble with, so with this one I do recommend having a way to get back to the respawn point so you can refill on ammo or have bonus ammo clips. For my hat today I have chosen the Scare Bear, just because I feel like the 15% added bullet spread will not be too terrible on a semi-automatic weapon. I feel like you'd feel it more later on with something within the huge RPMs. But we're gonna see how this goes. Let's hop into a game right now. Alright, so here we are on Malta Docks. I promise, I'll be doing more variety, but today I put in any and I just happened to get this one. RNG is with me today, and it feels great. So you'll see already, I am already down to 5 and 14 rounds in reserve. And please pardon all the clutter on screen, honestly, I probably shouldn't have even drawn any attention to it. But I feel like my aim will be a little bit better without the controller today, just because I'm used to it. I know that my plan is to use it a lot and get really used to it immediately. But since a lot of people have been making comments about aim and such, I figure I might as well go with what I've spent 100 episodes using. Though I will be using the controller on things such as Wayward Souls and the secret single-player series that I'll be starting today. I'm going to be starting that series immediately after this one. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll tell the reasoning behind why I'm doing that series in the actual first episode of that. But for now, back in Blitz Brigade, let's take a look at the Vampire's Bite. Now that was a pretty solid kill streak. Thank you all so much for your feedback, but I feel so self-conscious about my aim, so that's the main reason why I decided to do this today. So I'm sorry about the bad aim, but I was trying to get used to the controller. Unfortunately, in these honest attempt videos, I'll probably have to use the touchscreen controls and maybe use the controller on my own time to get used to it. So sorry about that. Thank you for bearing with me, though, and I hope that I still was able to convey the idea behind some of the weapons that I was using, even with the poor KD ratio. So while I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to the game right now, admittedly, but I'm getting moved due to auto balance. This is great. So there goes my 25% bonus to damage for this game, because I don't have the same, or rather that hat's equivalent equipped on the Axis side. But what I was saying is that even though I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to the game I forgot to plug in there we go. I've since plugged in my phone now, so we won't have to worry about battery. But I am not noticing a bleeding effect. Perhaps it's because up until now that's my team. Up until now I haven't been killing in more than one shot. That was a very backwards way of saying I've been getting one-shot kills. I'm forgetting to use stealth, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to be on the Axis team in the first place, just because it's harder to see the red team on this map. I'll continue this thought in the next game. Okay, here we are back in the game. So the Vampire's Bite. I'm going to go ahead and turn off stealth. I'm going to use up one of my very valuable... Oh, you know what? I was mistaken. It's actually 20 rounds total, not in reserve. So take that into account when buying this weapon. Here's the reload animation for you. I like it because the actual entirety of the barrel goes down, rather than having the... lacking on the word here. Rather than having the little twisty bit in the center where the bullets go. The twisty bit, where that normally goes off to the side on revolvers in video games. The entire barrel comes down, which is a little bit of a rarer sight. Again, very reminiscent of the original BioShock. The only thing it's missing is the smoke. So the reload animation gets an A- for me. A-, that's what it'll be. Little added smoke. You got yourself an A+ right there. What? That is the scariest thing in the world. This is a minefield. I hate this. Oh, but it's probably my team. That's probably why I didn't go off. So already, I will say that if you have competent... Oh, come on now. There we go. Yeah, it does apply a bleed effect. That's good. Alright, cool. That hat was super helpful, wasn't it, huh? That's one of the first times I've actually seen a hat be super decisive in its effect. It clearly narrowed down the shots to kill from 2 to 1 on most people. What I was going to say before I interrupted myself there was that if your aim is fairly competent, then definitely pick up this weapon right away. You can see that... Hey, Nebula. What up? What up, bro? You can see that the damage output is very substantial. It is an excellent weapon. You can mostly kill in one shot. If you happen to get a headshot, that's a guaranteed one-shot kill on most classes. And in most situations... There we go. There's an example right there. Even though it was on a low health class. Oh, man. Looks like 2 body shots to kill on a sniper. But if your aim is relatively competent, then by all means, if you have the diamonds to get it, go grab this weapon immediately. Though if your aim is lacking like mine is with a controller, one of the main reasons why I didn't use a controller today was just because this is a single shot weapon, requires precision in order to kill. I decided to avoid that and go with touchscreen familiarity control. So if you think that your aim isn't quite ready yet, I recommend training with other single shot weapons first before spending the diamonds on this one. See if you like the idea of having to pinpoint aim. This weapon is a long-range answer for a lot of early-day demolishers. I say long-range, but I believe the range was somewhere around 157 thereabouts. And it keeps its damage over that range, which is very nice. So that's, honestly, that basically covers the weapon. I would, if this weapon's going to get docked for anything, it's just going to be the low ammo capacity, but again, that can be solved by frequent respawns and ammo clips in reserve, which you can get by picking up those random item boxes that appear on the map. So I'm just going to go ahead and issue this weapon its score, which is going to be 8 out of 9 Fulgors. Again, not a perfect 9 out of 9 just because of the lack of ammo, which is very interesting because there's quite a few weapons available in Blitz Brigade that are very powerful and yet have a lot of ammo. And that will hinder this weapon's score just the easiest bit. Just 1 Fulgor. Just 1 Fulgor, I promise. So we're going to give this guy one more game. I'm going to see if there's any room on the other team, because I would like to swap over and get that hat. Yes, there is room, although we might get ganged up on because there are 4 members on the opposite team now that I've swapped over. I'm super thirsty. Hold on. I should make, if I ever make like a keys to recording successfully video or something like that, key number 1 is going to be drink water. Water has, I don't even know where to start. Water is like the unsung hero of humanity. Now, the only bad part, again, about being on the Allies' side as a stealth class is that you inherently have a penalty when using your stealth just because it's so much easier to see cool colors highlighted on this map than it is to see warm colors. Yeah, take that. There we go. There's that bleeding effect, which is really nice. So again, this weapon is kind of a long-range answer to a lot of people. You can pick off snipers from a range, you can stop demolishers before they actually have time to hit. Oh my! You can stop demolishers before they have time to shoot you and have their explosives go off. Is sometimes. What I'm trying to say is if you're at range, you'll have the upper hand because this thing's accuracy is just so incredible. I'm gonna stealth it up right here. Stealthosaurus Rex, that'd be my dinosaur name. If I were born in the prehistoric era, I'd be a Stealthosaurus Rex. You can't even see me, can you? Oh, I guess you can. The Vampire's Bite is a great weapon. I would not have purchased it if somebody didn't recommend it to me. I think it was like a year ago or something that I bought it, so I apologize that I forget who actually recommended it to me. But dang almighty, was it a good recommendation. Is this guy invincible? Yes, he is. I'll get you one day, once you stop your halo jumping. No! I bought a squad booster! My thumbs! I'd be better without them. That is a huge benefit to using a controller. It's impossible to select those squad boosters accidentally with the controller on, because you actually have to use the D-pad to scroll over. And unless you're halo jumping like that gentleman was, then hey, I've only seen somebody fall down there maybe once before. A rare sight. And unless you're halo jumping like that gentleman, then you won't be spamming the A button either, so. Oh man, come on now. Don't run from me and don't prove me wrong with my long-range answer quotation. Man, this thing's fire rate is really good. Since we are closing in on the end of the round here, if you guys want to take a look at what the bullet spread looks like, here you go. I'm just going to throw some right here. You can see the circle in the middle barely expanding. So if you happen to have the Scare Bear hat, or the Bear Scare, forget what it is, and you have that 15% bullet spread, 25% damage option, I highly recommend using it. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Honest Attempts. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have the diamonds to buy it, get the Vampire's Bite immediately, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.